Could you share your experiences working alongside Bollywood icons like Priyanka Chopra, Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and reveal if there was any particular co-star you especially enjoyed working with?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been really, really lucky and fortunate to work with a number of the, stars. In terms of, well, there was one experience with Shah Rukh Khan, as it happens. It was from a movie called Fan. I think the reason I'm going to mention this is because we had a great scene in which we actually have a 4 minute fist fight. I have a fist fight with Shah Rukh Khan, and you have never seen it because the scene got deleted by the censor board. It got cut. Although you can go to YouTube. I think Yash Raj put out the censored or deleted scenes from Fan. They put it on the YouTube channel. So if you go to Yash Raj's YouTube channel, search for Fan or deleted scenes or something like that, and you look, there's a scene where Shah Rukh Khan shows up in a jail cell. So very briefly, in the movie Fan, things are going very poorly for him, and at one point he gets thrown in jail. And it's supposed to be like things couldn't possibly be worse, except now even in jail, he gets into a fight with a guy. And that's like the worst moment as things go. What happened in the scene that we did was we improvised the dialogue, and the director asked me to do a lot of abuses, like non-stop abuse. I must have done 30 or at least 30 abuses, and like very creative, and I can't even say them, but like very racial abuses to try and pick a fight. So the scene is Shah Rukh Khan does not want to fight. He's miserable. He's gotten into jail. He's just trying to get through the night, and I want to pick a fight with him. So I start saying really so bad that the censor board said this cannot do it. So I'm telling you this story only because I want somebody to know about the scene. So anyway, so the scene happens where he's there, and so I start picking a fight with him, and that's how the scene is playing out. And there's one other guy with me. So there were two jail inmates, and Shah Rukh Khan is there. And here's the thing about the scene. So the reason I'm telling you is not just because it was censored, but because the epitome of professionalism is Shah Rukh Khan. And I'm not just trying to flatter him. It's like, who cares what I think about this? It's not, it takes an awful lot of professionalism to be a star. And it takes something more than the professionalism to be a great star. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the scene, even though you didn't see the scene. In the scene, he's sitting there, we come up and we pick a fight. And what's going to happen is the other guy, who's a bigger guy, is supposed to throw a punch. Well, it's like Shah Rukh Khan is here, and he's going to get punched this way, and then he'll go, oh, and then Shah Rukh Khan is going to go wham, wham, like that. And then we're going to start having a thing, and it's a little bit choreographed. He throws his legs up around my neck, and I get 2 punches in. I actually get 2 punches in. But, this is acting. So what that means is something like this. For example, I'm here, your camera's here. I know through training that I can do this, and it's not going to hit the camera, right? I know I can get very close without doing it. I also know at some point, if I hit, for example, there's a little tripod. If I hit this, it'll hit off like that. Okay, so that's, that's training, that's theater training, whatever. And also on Shah Rukh Khan's side, if I'm doing this, I'm going boom, his timing will be like this. So it really looks like he's being hit. Okay, we all understand that's the rules of the game when you're doing a fight. Unfortunately, my co-actor that day was not an actor. He was not a trained actor. He just looked big and bulky and good and like whatever. And he made a point of telling everybody he knows Taekwondo. So he was very enthusiastic about, he knows how to throw punches and do kicks. And that was great. But when it came time to do the scene where I pick a fight and then my buddy comes and does this, he unfortunately goes boom, Shah Rukh Khan goes, oh, 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 oh. Like he accidentally actually punched Shah Rukh Khan. And Shah Rukh Khan can take a punch, but not when you're not expecting it, and not to that, like, that spot, like the solar plexus where it just wins you, and you're not expecting to get hit. So you're acting, but then you actually get hit in the stomach, And so instead of coming up and hitting me and hitting me like, hey, he goes, and he hobbles off set. And I swear to God, my co-actor, like the blood in his face, just like everybody suddenly turned and looked at him. Like, did you just, like, do we have a movie? What have you did you break a rib? Is this movie, like the whole thing stopped? Like nobody breathed for like a minute. What just happened? There was a minute like this. And then after about a minute, Shah Rukh Khan comes back and, it didn't hurt him. It just hit that wind thing where it spasms. He comes back and he says, okay, you don't throw punches. Zach, you throw the punches, like that. But it was pure class. It was pure professionalism in terms of like, how do you keep doing this? We're moving on. He's not mad at the guy. He just needs to we need to make sure that, and this is true for fight scenes and stunt sequences in general, you need to have some safety precautions. If there's a knife, there's some things. Anyway, some safety precautions have to be there, and they weren't. But, he took it like a champ, and we did the whole scene. The only problem is I just kept throwing these really awful sounding things, making fun of him being, Indian. So anyway, so the scene is censored. And there's my great moment for 4 minutes of a fight. I got 2 good punches in the whole thing and all that stuff. And Shah Rukh Khan, God bless this man. So if you ask about a pleasurable experience, not only did he do it, there was a good experience and all that, he tweeted later, I think I can memorize it. He says, bless you, Zach. Learned so much working with you. Like, I'm working with him and he's making me feel like the star. That is actually something I've seen in the really classy people. Not just in entertainment, but they are rock stars in whatever industry they're in, but they make you feel like the rock star. And nobody does that better than Shah Rukh Khan. So yeah, it was a great pleasure. But if you watch the movie Fan, what you'll see is he gets thrown in jail, and then you just see me in the corner of the screen going, Cut to the next morning, he's released from jail. That whole scene is gone. Please find it on YouTube and let me know what you think.